Hello student, I'm going to start my first video for the class 11th for subject economics. Here we are going to discuss about a statistic for economics. The chapter first topic is introduction. In your class 11th, in your subject economics, you are going to learn two books. First is part A, in that economics statistic for economics, and in part B you are going to learn the second book, introductory macroeconomics. In your half yearly examination and in your annual examination, the paper will be of 80 marks and 20 marks will be allotted for your project work. Okay, and in part A that we are going to start statistic for economics, there are three units. First is introduction, second is collection, organization and presentation of the data, third is statistical tools and interpretation. Okay student, okay, in your NCERT book there are total 8 chapters, total 9 chapters, but in your VK Ohri, your side book, there are more chapters because there are more explanation. That's why. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the first chapter, introduction. This whole book, statistic for economics, when you learn this statistic for economy, these 9 chapter are all these 3 unit, what you come to know. So it enable you to know how the data are collected, organized, presented, and with the help of statistical tools, how analysis and interpretation is done by the economist. So after reading this book, you are able to understand this much. Okay, so this is very important. Your class 11th economics, these two books, statistic for economics and introductory microeconomics, and your class 12th two book, Indian economic development and macroeconomics. These are the base for your economics for your higher education. So please student, learn it properly. Okay, so today we are going to start your unit first, that is introduction. In this unit you are able to understand what is economics and meaning, scope, function and importance of statistic in economics. Okay, so let us discuss in this video. If we talk about in this video, so in this video I'm going to discuss meaning of economics, scarcity and economic problem and economic activities. Okay, so let us start with the meaning of economics. What is meaning of economics? Okay, so first of all, it's a standard definition, that is its standard definition. Economics is a social science of human behavior concerned with the allocation of scarce resources in such a manner that consumer can maximize their satisfaction, producer can maximize their profit, and society can maximize social welfare. Okay, so if and in according to the economist Alfred Marshall, economics is the study of a man in ordinary business of life. Okay, let me understand what is written here. So first of all, economics is what? Economics is a social science. Why it is not only science? Why here is not written only science? It is a social science. Why? Because it is the study of human behavior. It is the study of human behavior. Okay, and behavior is a subjective matter that changes person to person, place to place and time to time. It is not any abstract thing that you can touch. It is not, it cannot be touched by anyone, you cannot feel it. Okay, so behavior is what? Behavior is a subjective matter that changes person, place and according to time. So when we are going to study the behavior of a human, so that is why it is called social science. It is not a perfect science like chemistry and physics. Okay, so economics is what? Economics is a social science of what? Human behavior. Okay, that is related, that is concerned with what? That is concerned with allocation of scarce resources. Allocation, what is the meaning of allocation? So allocation is related to use. When we make the use when we are using anything in the best way, when we are using anything in the best way, then it is known as a allocation of resources. Okay, so it is related to allocation of resources. And one more thing, this resources is not only is scarce. What is adjective used with the resources? Scarce. The resources are scarce. Scarce means resources are limited. Resources are limited in compared to its demand. So economics is a social science of human behavior concerned with the allocation of scarce resources in such a manner, in such a manner that we are able to satisfy, yeah, we are able to achieve three target. Okay, we are studying economics in which we are going to study human behavior that is concerned with what? Allocation of resources. And why we are allocating resources, why we are thinking about the best utilization of limited resources, so that we are able to fulfill three target. What are the three target? Consumer can maximize their satisfaction. A consumer is able to maximize his or her satisfaction. Okay, yani when you are going to expend your money, you are going to be satisfied with this. So that is okay. If you talk about the producer, so producer can maximize their profit. So when there is optimum, yeah, best use of all resources, the producer is able to produce maximum output. When he is producing maximum output, he is able to enhance, yeah, get maximum profit. Okay, now if we talk about the society, so society, what is the target for the society? So in economics we are going to learn how our society can maximize social welfare. What is social welfare? Social welfare is related to betterment of every individual of a society. So social welfare is related to that condition in which every individual is able to purchase all necessary items like food, shelter, education, hospital facility, his or her own self. So this condition when achieved, so this is known as a maximum social welfare. Okay, student. So I think now you are able to understand what is economics. Economics is a social science which is study of human behavior that is concerned with allocation of limited resources in such a way that consumer can maximize satisfaction, producer can maximize profit, and society can maximize social welfare. Okay, now next topic, scarcity and economic problem. So what is the meaning of scarcity? If you talk about the dictionary, so in dictionary when you search the meaning of scareness, yeah, scare, so it is related to shortage of anything. When anything is when there is shortage of anything, then we say ki there is scarcity of scarcity of a commodity. Okay, but in economics, scarcity is not related to is not related to less availability of good. Okay, it is related to that condition when demand of resources is greater than supply of resources. Okay, when supply of a good is less than its demand, when supply of a good is less than its demand, this condition is known as a scarcity of resources in our economics. Okay, take an example. If suppose there is a good, okay, if its supply is 30, its demand is 30. Okay, if take another case, same a good in one another place, its supply is 30, its demand is only 20. In next condition, if suppose supply is 30 and demand is suppose 50. So here in which case there will be scarcity of resources? Here no. Why? Because here both demand and supply are equal. If you talk here, so here what is supply is greater, so obviously there will be no scarcity of resources. So in which condition we find the scarcity of resources? In the third condition, where demand is more in compared to supply. The supply of a good is how much? 30, and demand of a good is 50. So here is the less availability of, here is less availability of supply in compared to its demand. Our demand is more in compared to its supply. So this condition is known as a scarcity of resources in economics. Okay, less availability of good is not a complete line. When you write less availability of good in compared to its demand, then this is known as scarcity of resources in our subject or in economics. Suppose if you talk about uh, uh, okay, talk about diamond and water. So water is necessary. Water is necessary for our survival. Without water we cannot survive. Okay, but on the other hand, if you are not having diamond, you are not going to die. But if you are not having the water for few days, obviously there will be dehydration, and you have to you are not able to survive. Okay, so in this way, which is too much important for a person? Water. But whose price is more? Diamond. Why? Because for the diamond there is this condition. Okay, for the diamond there is this condition: the demand of diamond is too much in compared to its supply. That is why it is too scarce. When a commodity is highly scarce, so its price is going to be higher. If a commodity is less scarce, its price is going to be less. Okay, if you talk about the water, if you talk about only water, so for the water we having this condition. Okay, the supply of water is more in compared to its demand. Okay, if you only talk about the water, because one third on the earth is 75% on the earth is water. So in this way, the availability of water is more in compared to its demand. That is why we are not required to pay money for water. But if you talk about the drinking water or RO water, so obviously you have to pay. Why? Because the availability of drinking water is only 1 or 2% on the earth, and that is less, that is too less according to its demand. So drinking water become scarce. Okay, so I think now you are able to understand what is the meaning of scarcity in resources. Scarcity of resources means when demand of a good is greater than its supply. When demand of a good is greater than its supply, this condition is known as a scarcity of resources. Okay, now more thing about the scarcity. Limitation of resources. Limitation of resources is not only the problem. In addition, there is I'm going to explain that the resources are not only limited. Scarceness means what? They are limited in compared to its demand. Okay, take the example of onion. In some season when there is less production, on the other hand demand is going to be more or same. So when there is less production, the price of onion become too high. It is 100 rupees per kg or 200 per kg. At the time of wedding season, the price of onion become too high. Okay, why? Because its supply is same, and demand increases suddenly, so the price is going to be high. So whenever there is too much difference between demand of a good and supply of a good, that time the commodity become scarce and its price is going to be high. Okay, the price is always related to scarcity of resources. If resources is scarce, its price is going to be high. Okay, so there one more thing: resources are limited or scarce, but with this there is one more thing, that they can be put into, they are having alternative uses. They can be put into alternative uses. Okay, means if you talk about any natural resources, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur are your family income. There is not only use of one way, we can make the use of money in different way. If you talk about, here I had taken example of petrol. So petrol is not only used in vehicle, it is also used in machines, in railway engines, airplanes, generator also. In this way the commodity petrol is one, but we can use anything to run it. Okay, the same way you can take the example of milk. With the milk you can make tea, you can make coffee, you can make curd, you can make cheese. So what, there are too much uses. So this is one more problem that is related to resources. Resources are not only limited, but they can be put into alternate uses, means we can make its use more than one way. Okay, so this is the another problem that is related to scale resources. They are scarce and they can be put into alternative uses, and because of that we are facing what, we are facing economic problem. That is our next topic, because resources are scarce as well as they can be put into alternative uses, means um, we can make one thing in different way. We can make use of one thing in different way. So this is one more thing. Take the example of land. If a person A is having 1 hectare land, so he can produce here wheat also, he can produce rice also, sugar cane also, he can produce here pulse also. So he can make many uses of it, but he have to decide any one, because everything is not possible to produce at one time all on this land. Take one more example. Suppose A is a person, he can use this land for producing goods. He can use this land for construction of a school, for construction of a hospital, for a construction of a building. Okay, so when which use he are going to make, this is known as an economic problem. Okay, so economic problem generated, why? Because our resources are limited, our resources are scarce, and as well as they can be put into alternative uses. Okay, so what here written, the meaning of economic problem. Economic problem is a problem of choice involving satisfaction of unlimited wants out of limited resources having alternative uses. In very simple manner, yeah, in very simple language, what is economic problem? The problem of making choice is called economic problem, the problem of selection. So economic problem is related to what? Economic problem is related to problem of selection. Every day, actually from the morning till the night, whatever things you are using, you are facing economic problem, but you are not concerned with it. But today you are going to study now, after that you can understand. Suppose when you completed your 10th standard, now you are going to enter your 11th standard. So you can select commerce, you can select math, physics, bio, you can select math, physics, chemistry, or math, physics, chemistry, yeah, physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, but you cannot select all the three stream in one session. Why? Because session time is limited, you are getting 1 year. In 1 year it is not possible you are able to read all the five subject. Yeah, business study, economics, accountancy, biology, chemistry, physics, math. You are not able to study all these subjects. That is why you have to make selection of one stream. So what you are facing? You are facing economic problem. Why you are facing? Because 1 year is given for completing your 11th standard, and you are not able to study all these subjects. So you have to select one stream according to your career, according to your interest. Okay, student, take one more example. If you are going to purchase a paste, okay, you are going to purchase a toothpaste. So there are many brand like Patanjali and Colgate, Close-Up, Pepsodent, Dabur Lal. So all these are used for cleaning the teeth, okay, brushing the teeth. But what, when you are going to select, so you are going to face the problem of selection, which one you are going to pick up, which brand you are going to use. So again, what you are facing the problem of selection, that is known as a economic problem. Okay, suppose you take the example of your book. Take the example of economics. If you go into the market to purchase economics books, so there are many publications: Sandeep Garg, Radha Bahuguna, VK Ohri, NCRT book. All these are book having the same content, but the way of writing, the language, okay, all the presentation, the way of presentation in is different in each publication. So again, which book you are going to opt, that is the problem of selection, and that is economic problem. In this way, in the whole life, from beginning to the end, everyone is facing the problem of selection, and that is known as a economic problem. And why we are facing? Because we are having limited resources. We are having limited resources, and these resources, yani with the money you can do anything. Okay, like suppose you are having there is no lockdown, suppose you are having 500 rupees, so you can purchase your book also, you can go for watching a movie, you can go outside with your friends. Okay, so in this way you can do anything that is worth of 500 rupees, but you cannot do everything with the 500 rupees. So what you have to do, the selection, you have to make a selection, which one thing you are going to do. You are going to purchase the book, or you are going to purchase a movie ticket, yeah, you are going to outside with the friend for enjoyment. So you have to pick up one. Why? Because with the 500 you are not able to do all the three things. You have to make a decision, and this is known as an economic problem. I think all these example is helpful for you to understand this concept. Okay, let me understand. So we are facing the problem of selection, that is known as a economic problem in economics. Why we are facing? There are three reasons. The first reason is scarcity of resources. Scarcity of resources means land, labor, capital. If you talk about a person, so his monthly income, so it is what, these are limited. That is why we are facing the problem of scarceness. Okay, we want to purchase a AC also, we want to purchase a bike, we want to purchase a car, we want to have all accommodation in our home, but our family income, our monthly income of your father or mother is going to be what? Limited. Okay, their income is going to be limited, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 50,000, 10,000, and with 10,000, 20,000 or 30,000 or 5 lakh or 6 lakh, you are not able to do all the things whatever you are want. So that is known as a scarcity of resources. Our resources are limited. Okay, second reason is unlimited human wants. Obviously our wants are unlimited. Okay, when one want is going to be complete, another want going to replace it. Okay, going to come in your mind. Suppose when you are in 6 to 8, you want to purchase a bicycle, but when you purchase when your father had given you a bicycle, immediately you started to think about to purchase a bike or a scooty. Okay, you started to think about that, and you started to make the pressure ki when I will be more in senior classes, so please you purchase for me a bike or a scooty. Okay, when you get a bike or a scooty, now you are started to think about a car. So this is our nature of our want. When one want is going to satisfied, another going to take the place of it. So in this way human wants are unlimited. Okay student, so here what is written, they human wants are never ending, they can never be fully satisfied. One want is satisfied, another new want emerge. Okay, now third reason is, or one more thing, human wants are also differ in priority. This is one positive thing that is related to our want. Our all desire or our want are not going to be equally important. Take one example. Suppose at the time of admission, okay, your father require at least 12,000 or 15,000 to pay in your school for submitting your fees. Okay, At the same time, suppose there are any function in your family, so you want new cloth and many more other things, but which is more important? Yeah, suppose you are planning to purchase a AC because summer season is about to start. Yeah, now it is started. Okay, so obviously you can postpone the purchase of AC or purchase of cloth in another month. Okay, and your father is going to pay fees for your admission. So in this way, all the wants are not equally important. Okay, they are differ in urgency. So that is the another nature that is related to our human want. They are unlimited and they are differ in priority. Okay, now resources are limited, and one more feature they are having, they can be put into alternative uses. They can be put into alternative uses means they can also be put into various use. It makes choice among resources more important. I had told you ना, पेट्रोल, मिल्क का यूज़ हम बहुत तरीके से कर सकते हैं. चाय बना सकते हैं, वी कैन मेक टी, कॉफ़ी, ओके, कर्ड, cheese. So we have to decide now which use we are going to do. With the electricity we can run any appliance in our home, but suppose there are too much power cut, so we are going to what, we are going to decide only to run our fan and one or two electric bulb. We are not going to run our AC. Okay, if suppose there is not electricity, so when we are using our inverter, so we are not going to use our inverter for running AC or for running cooler, because it is going to discharge. Okay, that time we are going to just run our one fan. So this is what alternative uses. So we can use one thing when more than one way, that is known put can be alternative uses that is associated with our resources. Okay, so in this way, we faces the problem of making choice because of two reasons. These two reasons are human wants and resources. Human wants are unlimited and differ in intensity or urgency. On the other hand, resources are limited and they can be put into alternative uses. And this create the problem of selection, the problem of making choice. And this is known in your economic problem. Okay, like I had given you example of 500 rupees. Okay, I had given example of selection of one stream. Okay, now there are one more example. Suppose you are having 10 rupees. This 10 rupees is what your means are resources. In this way it is become limited, and what you can purchase anything that is worth of 10 rupees. कोई भी चीज़ आप खरीद सकते हो जिसकी कीमत कितनी हो, 10 रुपये हो. In this way you are able to purchase a copy, a pen, a chocolate, a pencil and many more other things. That's price is equal to 10 rupees. Okay, in this way your want are unlimited in compared to your mean. You are having 10 rupees. If you want to purchase all these four things, it's mean you require 40 rupees, but you are having only 10 rupees, one note that is of 10 rupees. So in this way you can only fulfill any one requirement. You can purchase a pencil or a chocolate or a copy or a pen. So what you have to do, you have to do selection, you have to make a choice, and that is known as a economic problem. Okay, so as your want are differ in an urgency, so your 10 rupee note can buy anything you want. You face a problem of making choice as to how should you spend 10 rupees in such a way that you can maximize. Okay, so which one you are going to do first, it depend upon your situation. If you are going to school, you are not having a pen, so obviously what you are going to make the use, you are going to purchase a pen. Suppose you are in a free time, there is a holiday, so you can purchase a chocolate if you are hungry. If suppose you want to draw something, that time you are going to decide a pencil. Okay, if you are want to make a note and you are not having any copy, that time you are going to use this 10 rupees where you for purchasing a copy. So it depend upon your situation, and according to that urgency is decided which want is more important. Okay, thank you student. I know these topics are not so easy. You are studying economics first time, and it is not so easy. But no doubt, uh, if you are not had purchased any book, so purchase it. If you are not able to purchase, so at least download PDF of NCRT, okay, and read your chapter one or two time, and read after that watch this video, okay. If you are having any problem, you can write in comment box, okay student. I'm trying to make my video in very easy language, but these concepts are not so easy, these are complicated. And I know it that you are studying first time, so obviously you are going to face complication. But no doubt, whenever there will be face to face interaction, I'm going to clear all these concepts in too much easy language, okay. But in the video, my effort will be that ki all things you are able to understand, okay student. Okay, thank